All right, I think we're here. Hey guys, welcome to Get Going Fast. It's the weekly review. I don't know that we have a flagship this week, so we're gonna probably just move on with that. But running a little bit late. My apologies for that. We had just this sleep schedule. I'll tell you what. I woke up around 2 o'clock, could not sleep, so I just gave up. I was like, you know what, screw it. So I got up, went to work, did some stuff. Move on, and here we go. Okay, so I'm checking over here, just make sure that we are
Apologies for that. We had,
actually going, which it looks like we are. I don't have my. There we go. Hey, there he is. Good God, look at that fella. All right, so we'll get through our weekly review, though. Actually, a lot happened. It's kind of a funny week. Like, there wasn't a ton of releases, but a lot happened, I guess. You know, it was one of those weeks I worked on a bunch of projects, and projects are the funny thing. Like you spend a whole day and you're like, hey, I'm actually building something, but you're not doing the other stuff. You know, like the stuff, the installers, the building of comparison videos, and so you feel like you build something, but at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, did we actually get anything done? And then the funny stuff I make is all whimsical, so it's like I don't really know if it'll has any purpose either, but we're gonna march through that. Now I don't know that there's anybody online here. Again, this problem with me not keeping the schedule, so I apologize for that. We did try to get this done at 8:30 on Mondays. I was dead to the world at 8:30. All right, looks like Nine is here, one of our Blue Star members. So hey, Nine, good to see you. Hello from the UK. Yes, my LTX video, I was out of it this morning. I was up from 2 a.m. to about 6 and then died. So, good to have you. We'll see if anyone else pops in. We'll just go through really quickly through the review and look at some of the stuff that I'm going to be working on this week. Potentials. You know, I hit a point where we're working on stuff. We got a bunch of stuff, and I'm just like, what do I work on? What do I work on? You know, I'm not kind of sure. So, a lot of potentials for the week. But let's go through this one by one here. Well, there's Bluebell. Hey, Bluebell, welcome. The UK crew is here. Now, the UK crew's actually got some bad news going on with Civitai getting shut down. All these EU regulations. I guess it's not an EU thing because of Brexit and all that, but all these stupid digital acts that Europe is trying to do. And so they're actually going to be losing connection to a bunch of LoRa's and training and stuff. So, bummer to you guys. I'm thinking that we're probably going to end up having to go to torrents, or someone asked about VPNs, which is probably the way you're going to go. I know I was reading an article in Reddit, and it was the Chinese national was talking about that in China, when they block something, if you use a VPN, you can actually get in trouble with the law. Right? It's totalitarian government. Now, the totalitarian governments of the West tend to not. They tend to not punish the consumer. So it's like pirating software. Like you don't usually go after the person that's downloading the stuff, but you go after the person that's supplying it. So I don't know how VPNs will work with that. I kind of have a feeling that they're not going to come kicking indoors over using a VPN, but from what I understand, the UK, they do come kick indoors over posting the wrong meme on Facebook. So I don't know, you know, I wouldn't be surprised by anything, but I think torrents are probably going to be the way to go with that. Anyway, getting back to our browser thing, I'm going to kind of keep it short today. And Nine says no more booby Laura's. That's true. Yeah, you're going to have to get them elsewhere, from Hugging Face or someplace. So. Okay, so MultiTalk, we talked about this is the easiest way to lip sync multiple people. Now this is funny. People talk about this like this is the new greatest thing. And it's like, it's okay. It's I don't know that I call it the greatest thing. It's good. It's just it's I don't know if it's the greatest, but it's good. And basically what we talked about in here is how to use One2GP. You know, everyone. Comfy UI is one of those things that we really kind of get sucked into. But at the end of the day, I like a good graphical user interface. I would rather use a graphical user interface any day than use comfy UI, as long as the speeds and the inference times are similar. WAN2GP is just, it's fast. It does everything really well, as good as it does in comfy UI. So basically they've integrated it into WAN2GP, and we talk about how to do that, and you can do 1 or 2 people. Again, I don't have the energy or the desire to really freak out on this stuff. Like my kink is getting the stuff installed and then moving on to the next, right? I'm like, I love you, you know, getting it installed and then leaving a rose on its on its pillow when it wakes up in the morning, and I'm long gone. So but with MultiTalk, evidently there is ways that you can really it's getting sophisticated in how you can get multiple people talk. And what I did just read was that WAN2GP just did an update that actually you can graphically target different people on the screener. That's how I understood it, okay? Again, I don't really have the patience to sit down and spend an hour to create the audio that I want so that I can do this, because I can get it done good enough. Like, I'm a good enough sort of fellow, right? But the point is that the software is there, so you guys do that, man. You guys are more creative than I am. You're smarter than me. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you did. Okay, AI videos dropped in. I get to get any sync with MultiTalk that is not silly looking. Yes. By the way, welcome AI video. Good to have you. You're correct. I have a hard time with that as well. I wonder if you put in like a flex or a high definition video image, maybe it would work better. But there's some things it does so good, like it will say a certain word like actually, and then the body will go, you know, that kind of thing. And it catches so well, but a lot of times the lips don't move well. So, okay, Draconian knocked in. Hey, Draconian's one of my bros. Hey, what's up, guys? Shout out to him. He's one of my homies out there keeping it real in New York. I think he's Mr. Grad now. Gonna throw that cap up in the air soon. So, welcome to have you, man. A good afternoon. Delightful to see you. Happy and healthy. Well, it's a facade. I'm feeling fat and tired. No, well, a little bit, you know, but we get on, we put on the best face, and then we come online. I tell you, I don't know, I think I'm addicted to the computer because I feel okay when I'm on the computer, and then I get off and I'm like, bleh. So I appreciate the compliment, even if I did have to denigrate myself a bit. My mom's like that. She can't take a compliment. You compliment her and she's like, oh yeah. So I get it honestly. All right. Yes, AI video says, have you tried float lip sync? It's really good with the mouth. I just was looking into float lip sync, and so maybe we'll make a video about that. I see that the GitHub itself, let's go over here, is about 4 months behind, say from February, and there really is not a lot of update on it. There was an update in the assets 3 weeks ago, but assets are just the images. So there hasn't been any change, but I did notice that there is a Comfy UI one that just came out a couple months ago, and looks like they changed some stuff 2 weeks ago. So I think maybe this will be a project that we'll get up there and we can try doing some more of that. So thank you for reminding me of that AI. I certainly do appreciate that. I'd forgotten. Okay, lastly, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, someone texted and then they deleted it. All right, anyway, so moving on from that. Fusion X Comfy UI Quant Model Manager. So, okay, this is the good guffs, okay? You like punch yourself in the stomach, guff, okay? This is for Comfy UI. Now, again, I'm very happy just using this in WAN2GP. But again, I get it. Like, there's workflows, and Comfy UI, one workflow can float to another workflow, and so this is it. Okay, this is Get Going Fast for all the Farmham members out there, or you can get it as a one-time purchase. And the same thing is click it, and it's give you a list of stuff. You can add it, delete it, really easy management of the models, and you just load up in your thing. Okay, so more of these video things. I'll probably cool it out with this at some point, but war-torn cowboys and battle cats. I just always trying to come up with ideas. I'm going to tell you the truth of the matter is, now that I found One2GP, I don't really want to generate anything else because it's so fast. What I really need to do is sit down and make a bunch of these videos in Skyreel and in Hunyuan. But I'm telling you, One2GP is like a 10. If it takes you 10, 15 minutes in Hunyuan, it takes like 3 minutes in 2GP. It's so fast, so it's hard to switch out. But at any rate, here's another video. We'll take a quick look at some of this. The realism on this, by the way, is really good. Some of these, like this first picture, really nice. All right, I think you guys get the idea there. One2GP is awesome. Okay, so and then again, I use that just by doing batch script stuff. So I had ChatGPT create a whole a whole slew of prompts, and then threw it into my JSON creator, and then uploaded it to the One2GP. Okay, this is new Fusion X and Comfy UI, the fastest AI video setup tutorial. So that's just going over what we did over here, just a walkthrough on how to get the guffs installed. So you guys probably know how to do that, but again, it's just a classic get going fast tutorial. Okay, this is where I got side railed with the with the week, was I just started playing with offline programming things. So I made the Tell Her She's Beautiful app, right? Get thinking, how do we generate well, one, how do you make apps, but how do you generate click revenue or whatever? So oh shoot, where did that go? Oh damn it, piece of shit. Okay, where did it go here? All right, so this is the one here. So I made this all with GLM, and then I used Grok to do it. So you just put up a thing, generate a beautiful link, and then it comes out. This is actually, I'm kind of proud of myself with this. Actually, I tied it into a API. It makes a really long URL. So I tied it into a what do you call it? A shrinky URL thing, like tiny URL. Then if you send this link to your girl or whatever, it comes up to this page. Like someone's doing a search for the word beautiful. And then they find there's the dictionary definition of it. And then it comes up there with her picture in it. So it's too funny. I'm reliving, like the crazy thing, all this shit was like created 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I'm just now catching up. Okay, so that was the Maker Blush. And then I, of course, you guys can do this too. I tied this into Google AdSense. So if you guys want to make similar stuff, let's see here. Where did this go? Tell her she. You'll notice there's ads that pop up on the side. That's Google AdSense. If you want help setting that up, I can help you do that. But this is, you make like 3 cents a day, kind of thing. So, but still, make 100 garbage things and get them out there, so you'll make some money. Okay. Google's open MedGym AML. We focused a lot on news this week. MedGym AMLs can transform healthcare. Now, interesting enough, I had a conversation with some people at the local community college. They called me in to ask me my advice on, oops, where do we go? On how they could bring it to their college. And I'm going to be honest, I was surprised. We're so in the bubble of what's going on that we forget that people are still way out there. Like for me, I'm like, okay, AI has happened. We're here. as far as I'm concerned, everyone knows everything's going on. We got robots around the corner. I forget that there are people that are still at the very beginning. It's like being online, and you were all over the internet back in the day, and then you get people that still don't even have a modem, and you're like, oh, I forgot there are people like that, and there's a large amount of people that are like that. And so, anyways, I was chatting with them about where it could go. And the funny thing is, when they use talking about AI, they're talking things like Grammarly or doing little stuff. I said, yeah, that's all stuff that everyone can do with a cell phone. But I said, what you need to do is you got to look at what the industry is doing. And this is the kind of stuff the industry's doing. So they're actually training these models to do actual surgeries, to go in there and watch how it's done and be able to do it themselves. So very cool stuff. That's the future of all this stuff. Just put this one up here. I thought this was cool. Virginia has partnered with I think it was with Google, and they're actually providing free and low-cost artificial intelligence certification courses. Okay, which is great. Okay, so everyone out there is still hand-wringing, oh, do we want AI? It's like the internet. When the internet first came out, I don't know if we were going to have the internet, and I don't think it's a good thing, and maybe. And it's like, well, it's here, dude. Like, you sound stupid now, 20 years later, talking about whether you are, well, I'm not for the internet. Well, who cares? Like, the internet's here. AI is here. And it's good to see people embracing that, getting into that. And Google, I am no great fan of Google. I used to love Google back, 20, 30 years ago. And then around the early 20,000s, they got rid of their do no evil motto. They became subjectively relative. And then they started going downhill. They became captured by the, left-wing ideology, and they just kind of became turds over the last few years. So I'm very leery of Google. I'm not I'm not a big fan of Google's politics at all. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. But Google is still put out the best stuff. It's incredible. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, OpenAI has the best chatbot. ChatGPT is still the absolute best. Can't beat them. Everything else you want to do, you can't beat Google. Google just is too good. But you have to watch them because I don't trust them. Okay, here's another dumb little app I made. The Guy Translator web app. I just thought this would be funny. So you got all these. I tied this into actual local LLM. So I tied this into Open Router. I actually did some cool stuff with this. This is actually kind of neat. It uses free routers. So I can say, you can type something and say, hey girl, what's shaking, right? Say he says that. Now, I tied it into a free LLM, which means that it can get easily overrun. So actually I was able to write logic that using all LLMs, large language models, that will check the open router stuff, and if you get certain errors, then it will kick over to Gemma 3. And then if those are used up, it'll actually kick locally, and as long as I'm running the server, it'll run it off my machine. So I was actually kind of proud of that. But I created these funny different personalities, and they read your thing, and then it goes out there. And this is such a garbage app, but it's just it made me smile. And of course, it's not actually doing that; it's all timed. So he says, "Hey girl, what's shaking?" He goes, "What's he saying is, yo, little sis, he's testing the waters, seeing if you bite, dudette. Thinks you're chill. You already gave him the green light before, so keep moving, keep it cool." And then you could ask for advice. Suggested text reply. Nothing much, bro. That's what he's saying to text back, right? So different stupid personality things. Here, what should I do? Text back something short, dudette, like nothing much. You then decide if you want to hang. So okay, so that's kind of crazy stuff. I think I spent Wednesday, like all Wednesday, doing that. Okay, I updated the Quant Manager for Fusion X. The evidently that did not have image to video, so my bad. That does now. Went ahead, did this video on the real problem of AI slop, which I think this is a good video. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. Basically, it's just these TV people, and they're like, talk. You know how it is. Like you mention AI, and they're like, "Arr," as if like all AI is the same. Like as if it doesn't take you, 12 hours to make something on it. It's like And so he just kind of calls it slop, but I just kind of point out that the media itself has been slop for years. It's not an issue of the technology, it's an issue of laziness. And whether you use an AI or whether you're just some online TV host that just uses the same regurgitated garbage over and over and over again, it's all slop. But this is an interesting article. You should go watch that. Okay, the U.S. takes another step towards adopting a national stablecoin. I'm not big into following this, but most of us have some crypto, and the president has really gotten on board with this, and it's good. I'd rather, I think that crypto is another one of these things that's going to be here. The question is how well it's going to be controlled, or not well, how much it's going to be controlled. I don't think control of it is a well issue. It's whatever it is. So it's like Civitai. UK is going to smash down on that. Other place to be free. So we'll see kind of how the thing goes with crypto. And America is setting itself up to be the leader of that. Okay. This is the brand new thing we put out this morning when I was like, oh, LTX Model Manager updated. So the new LTX is out. And it's actually pretty good. So I've been playing around with it. You can make long videos with this without any sort of sliding window needing to be installed or anything like that. So you can actually, I made a 700 frame video with LTX. Still, it took like 15 minutes, but it is kind of interesting, the stuff that it's doing. So this again is a model manager. So this will run the old version and the new version if you want it. I suppose someone was mentioning they like the original. I could probably put the original versions in there as well. But anyway, so that's that. And then the tutorial on it. And I think that's pretty much it for the week in review. All right. We'll talk a little bit about what's coming around the bend, at least for Get Going Fast. It's hard for me to stay on top of everything, especially, my mind is so busy with this, but busy with work. I'm thinking about women like all the time. So it's like, it's hard to keep my brain in the game. So if you guys do know stuff that's coming up, just like how AI Video mentioned Float Talk, let me know, and we'll get on that. Okay, Plan B asks, is there any updates on FramePack Studio? And the answer is yes. I've been talking with Colin Herbs about it, and we need to be doing an interview. I feel bad that we haven't been following up on this, but there's a big update coming. But the thing is that he's waiting for this new model. So Elias Veal, who's the big brain Telosian dude that actually creates the models, he's coming out with a whole new model. And so Colin and his team have been waiting for that to come out so that we can do one big update. But he keeps talking like maybe they're just going to do a bigger update before that. So I'll keep you up on that, and we'll get an interview on that before it comes out. I'm glad you reminded me, I'll actually text him because I want to make sure that we interview it and do a view over before it releases so we can gin up some hype for him. Pusa Laura for one. No one is talking about it. Okay. I'm going to say that I haven't heard about it. Pusa Laura. What is it? Open source efficient. Let's see if they're sent on Reddit. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Yeah, I appreciate that AI videos. See if there's anyone just released on Hugging Face. So is it a lore or it's a model? It looks like a model. Huh. Alright, well, we'll have to play around with this then. Looks like it's available. And if it's based off one... Oh, this was based off... Okay, that means you can do your not safe for work stuff with it. So I got to assume that this is probably going to be coming to WAN 2GP. I've gotten lazy because Deep Beat Meep just adds all this stuff. So let's go over here, check out his updates, his latest updates. Yeah, all his LTX stuff. Don't see anything in here about, yeah, he hasn't added yet. I'm assuming it's going to come in. I'll take a look at it. Maybe we can find some comfy UI nodes for it. Yeah, I'm not seeing any comfy UI nodes. Someday I need to figure out how just to run the damn safe tensors. But to tell you the truth,
if you're tired of jittery, inconsistent AI videos, then Pusa might be your new best friend. This powerful app.
let's see. Well, okay, I'll play around. It looks like we got a workflow here. So, image to video. Let me play with this, and we'll get back to us during the week for this. I think we'll take a look at this. We'll take a look at this. We'll take a look at the float talk. I also one of the things I'm going to start. I told you I'm starting to upload Cobalt CPP templates so you guys can play with different models. So I'm going to get you up, I think, just a normal chat model this week, and that's all for prairie dogs and stuff too. So easy peasy. Really quick point popped in. What's that point? Yeah, it's on Kijai's model page on Hugging Face. So he's saying the Pusa is there. Let's go Pusa, Kijai, Hugging Face. Okay, well, I'll look into this. That'd be great if we could find a point. If you have an actual link, I would appreciate that. We can click on Kijai here. He's a good one to follow, by the way. Yeah, I'm not seeing Pusa here in his recently updated. Huh. Okay, well, we'll play with that. Point, if you can, oh, that was it. He says that was the one that we were on there. BFC. So that's just a safe tensor file. So, I'll have to figure out how to run it. All right. Okay, I'm going to play with that workflow we got. We'll see if that works. Get the WAN 2.1 Pusa in there. We'll see what we can do with that. Definitely GGUF models will be just right around the corner. And I think we'll just leave it there for that. Appreciate you guys as always. Oh, wait, hold on before we head out. Point says it's a LoRa for WAN. It's like a merge with that full model. So you're saying you run this out of the LoRa model, like you just run WAN and then throw this on top of it? Oh, it does say LoRa there. Huh. All right. Well, good on you. I'll give it a go. I'll throw it into WAN 2.1 and see what we can do with it. Maybe go check over here on Civitai and see if there's anything about Pusa here. There you go. I think those are the same videos we had. But again, and it says it's positive work. So there's the workflow. Yeah, it was the one that we just downloaded. All right, well, we got a couple over here on Civitai you guys can go find and play with. All right, well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug. And, okay, well, actually, again, so it says it's normal like CosVid. Is it better than CosVid? Because CosVid is just amazing. Well, that's what Fusion X is CosVid. Oh, I guess I just got to play with it. And we'll see what happens. All right, this time for reals, I'm heading out. You guys stay good. I appreciate having you around. Thanks for being part of the community, guys. I appreciate it. You guys make this good, and you know, if I can do it, we can all do it, right? So we're here together, and go out and enjoy your summer.